Damn, I'm getting dizzy like a rascal. If it's not the spins, then it must be the capsule.
Welcome back to the channel, man. Y'all already know, LOOPER Norris, another reaction video. So this is kind of a crazy one, man. So pop star singer David, young guy, man, he's about to go to jail for a long time, man. He got caught up in a situation that's going super viral around the internet. It's been viral for a few months now because it started off with the police starting an investigation, finding David's car at a parking lot with this young girl's lifeless body in it, man. They're basically pointing towards him in terms of like who committed the murder. There's like a lot of evidence that they're finding from that day up until this point. I think he was arrested from the very beginning, but now he is about to go into trial in terms of what sentence he's gonna get based off of the evidence. And I'm about to react to this video. We got Zevi here breaking down the situation. It's crazy because this David guy is like a superstar pop star singer. If you check out his Spotify, his YouTube, all the channels with his music connected to, like millions of plays, millions of views, probably close to 1 billion plays and views all around. So like this is a super famous singer, pop star, and it's just weird that he ends up getting caught doing something crazy like this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to react to this one, man. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I got more music coming up, man. Make sure you check out the track for the 24th of this month, earPLUGins, that's the name of it, man. I got a 12-track mixtape dropping July 4th. GTA in the 6th, that's the name of it, man. Plenty more music and content coming up for the future. You already know, subscribe. So yeah, I'm about to start this video here. We'll see what this situation's about, man.
So singer David has just been arrested for allegedly Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he is going to trial. But what you got to understand is this trial ain't going to be simple. It's going to be a dogfight. Now, to understand why I said that, you got to understand what the police believe happened. Now, they charged David with 3 things, and these 3 charges are going to tell us the story of what police believe happened. I need you to just wait and listen closely. Okay, look, first they charged David with Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Okay, then they charged him with seeing Celeste Rivas Hernandez while she was at an age that he should not have been seeing her at. If you don't know how old she was, look in the comments. Then they charged him with interfering with an investigation.
Like,
now again,
bro, when this guy goes to jail, bro, it's gonna be like so bad for him. Like, we all know what happens to people who do pedophile stuff like this, and you know what I mean, he ended up killing her afterwards. So like, that's 2 crazy things to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro,
and these 3 things tell us what police believe happened. Okay, what they say again, they said they believe that David Celeste, right? But something I forgot to tell you is they said under special circumstances, including lying in wait, that means kind of like ambushing, and somebody for financial gain. So what you can kind of guess from this is they're saying that David must have lured her to the crib, basically saying, look, come through to the crib, like I need to talk to you real quick. And then her for financial gain. They said David also her for financial gain. What that mean? Well, that means that David must have been doing this to preserve his career. Okay, you'll understand what that means when we go to that next charge.
That's
again, remember,
crazy.
they said David was seeing Celeste at an age that he should not have been.
Like, that's probably why he did it in the first place. He didn't want anyone to know about what he was doing. Though that's tough. That's, yeah, man.
Seeing her. So what you can kind of guess is Celeste must have told David, look, you finna be exposed. You're seeing me at an age that you should not be seeing me. Maybe we're having an argument or something, and I'm finna expose you right now. David said, oh, come through to the crib real quick. I need to talk to you, lying in wait. And then her for financial gain, because if he doesn't, she's about to expose him, his career is going to be ruined. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go to that 3rd charge that we were talking about. David interfering with an investigation. What that means? So that investigation could be Celeste reporting him, saying, look, David's seeing me at an age he should not be seeing me. And him and Celeste, that interferes with an investigation. Maybe Celeste's parents went to the police. The police were investigating David, Celeste. That includes messing with an investigation. So basically what you can kind of infer is Celeste was probably going to expose David, and David her for it. But here's where things start to get wicked. Like I said earlier, This trial is gonna be a dogfight. And how you know it's gonna be a fight is because of the fact that police took so long to arrest David. That tells you two things.
That's another thing. Why did it take so long for this to happen, bro? Like, where this started was her body was found in his car. His name was registered to the car. I think it was like a random parking lot or something like that. I think he just abandoned the car. That's how they discovered the body. So, I mean, after that, like, his name is registered to the car, bro. Like, I kind of get it. They still got to do like an investigation because like it's not enough like evidence to like just conclude the situation. But like, it's surprising how long this took.
One, the police evidence is not 100%. It's going to be circumstantial. And two, they wanted to make sure that that evidence they got can't be countered by David's lawyer so
that makes
easily.
A lot of sense,
what
man.
does that mean? Well, the district attorney basically said it himself. He said, look, we don't have David doing this right in front of a camera. We had to be in the mud with it. Like, we had to figure out all of the evidence possible. We also got to make sure all of the rumors and the false evidence gets disproven too, because David's lawyer's finna use that against us as well. The police chief slides in. He gets kind of defensive. He said, look, all y'all saying we was taking too long, this and that. Like, we was in the weeds. Like, we was in the mud doing this. Like, we was working hard. Like, he wasn't getting that passionate, but like, he was pretty passionate. He like, look, dude, like, we took long because like we had to make sure all of our ducks were in a row.
I was about to say too, like, this David guy, he's gonna need like the best lawyers in the world if he really thinks he's gonna get himself out of this situation. Like, bro, you're gonna need like some superstar lawyers, bro.
12 can't convince 12, then we lose. See, what a lot of people don't remember is, police are going to have their case, no matter how clear lawyers, that it may seem.
Gonna need some,
David's going to have a lawyer on the other side and say, well, maybe that's not as clear as we think it is, huh? For example, let's say the trial happens. The prosecutor say, look, David texted her right here saying, pull up April 21st. David's lawyer finna be like, how you know she actually pulled up? Okay, shoot. Do we got her on camera pulling up on April 21st? See, that's the evidence that they got to search for. They said, look, we got her on camera pulling up in the area. David's lawyer finna be like, oh no, David never saw her that night though. Maybe she got lost. Maybe she just went back home. How you know she was actually there? Oh no, we got evidence that she was there from forensics and all that. Okay. What if they just had a simple conversation though and she left and then something happened to her outside? How y'all know David did it for real? Well, we believe David did it for all of these other little reasons. You see, that's what I mean by a fight. They have to have the utmost proof, because sometimes people be sitting there on a jury. It takes that one juror to be like, well, David's lawyer finna jump on people's doubts. He's gonna say, are y'all 100% beyond a reasonable doubt positive that David did it with all that? Remember, like I said earlier, she could have just left the crib. David didn't see her. Somebody else might have did it. And then the jurors start questioning themselves. And then all of a sudden you lose a trial. Again, police said, not this time. We're going to have a counter for their counters and a counter for their counters. So we'll see how good of a job police and the investigators did come trial. That's something else you got to note, is the little things that go on.
This type of world could be kind of crazy, bro. Because like, imagine being the lawyer that's defending David. All this evidence is like out there. You're trying to like say all these things to try to keep him out of jail, bro. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, well, what could you really say, man? Like, I feel like there's too much evidence that's connected to the crime, bro. It's just like,
behind the trial so you can get the edge. This is what I mean. So this is actual police going into David's house. There's like 20 police officers that stormed in. This is basically police saying, see, David's pretty dangerous. Like, we really had to pull up in force. It's what police do to already try to shape the minds of people before a trial. An example of this being the perp walk. It shows police efficiency. It shows, look at this guy. He don't look like he an innocent guy. Like, look how many officers, look at the stuff we have with us. You really believe he's innocent? Fine, but it's in the fact that they also said David might be getting the penalty. This can also be used as leverage in a sort of sense between the prosecutors and David's lawyers. They can say, look, dude, we can give him the penalty. What if we just remove the penalty, give him life in prison, and y'all just say tough, David did it? Bro. This can go 50-50.
He could get the death penalty? That's crazy.
Gonna bet your client's life on that? David's lawyer is probably going to be like, hell no, let's go to 9 yards, let's go for it. But it's just another strategy that police have in their back pocket. It's the fact that they charged him with these three things. They said, look, just in case we can't prove that David Celeste, the fact that he was seeing her, okay, that's probably going to go through, and he can get a lot of years for that. So no matter what, they gave him 3 charges that might carry some large max sentences. So they're saying, look, he might get the max sentence for the fact that he was seeing Celeste at of a certain age. And if he gets the max sentence for that, that is a lengthy sentence on its own. Disrupting an investigation, if he gets a max sentence, that might be a lengthy sentence on its own. You see, just in case they have
I was about to say, like, his mugshot looks crazy, bro. Like, look at that.
contingency. They want to make sure that he gets some years,
like, bro,
regardless. But of course, they're gonna
bro.
go for the big one her. It's kind of like Diddy's trial. Diddy basically had one charge that didn't carry a lot of years, a middle charge that carried a good amount of years, and a final charge that carried life in prison. Diddy got found not guilty on the 2 bigger charges. He only got found guilty on the one that carried a little bit of years. But where it gets a tiny bit deeper is these charges that may be easy to prove that may not carry a lot of years can really range depending on the circumstances. In Diddy's case, he already served a prior sentence. Like, he was sitting there in jail waiting for trial. So Diddy's lawyer may come out and say, look, he was already sitting there for like a year or 2. Like, the charge that he got only carries like a year. Come on, y'all gotta just let him go. In David's case, since the circumstances are absolutely atrocious, the judge in David's case might just be like, max sentence, I don't care. You can say what you want. I don't care. Like, basically, David better get not guilty on all his charges, or a judge is probably going to look at him and say, because of these insane, wild circumstances, boy, you finna sit in prison for a good while. David's lawyer might open his mouth and say, but judge gonna say, shut up, he going to jail. But again, this can go a million different ways. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the prosecutors have. We're gonna have to wait and see what David's lawyers come up with to counter what those prosecutors have as well.
Ain't no way he didn't do it, bro. Like, that's the end of the video, basically. But, like, bro, it's pretty messed up that a guy like this would do what he did. You're on the rise to becoming one of the best pop stars to ever do it, bro, and then you commit a crime like this, man. Like, just why? What's, like, this situation's super weird, man. It's unfortunate that the girl lost her life. Definitely rest in peace. Condolences to the family, man. Very sad. And even the way it happened too, you know what I'm saying? It's not like she got into like a car accident or something. Like, she got murdered by some pop star singer. So I don't know, man. Hopefully the trial does the right thing. But let me know what you guys think about this one, man. Subscribe to the channel. Plenty more music and content to come for the future, man. Check out earPLUGins for the 24th. I got a 12-track mixtape, GTA in the 6, for July 4th. Y'all already know, man. Looper Norris, I'm out.